double treble, and a double treble, as it sounds like, is bigger than an ordinary treble. And to begin the row, if we were doing them in rows, we would use 4 chains to account for the extra height. And because it's a double, we're going to wrap the yarn around the needle twice. Oops, start again. Once, twice. I'm going to go into the second stitch. So now we have 4 loops on the hook, and we're going to go under, pull through 2, under, pull through 2, and then the last pair come off there. So do that again, wrap around twice, in through the hook, pull through, 4 loops, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Just a couple of pointers. Cotton, particularly the Paris cotton, is made of many strands, and sometimes beginners have problems in that they split the strands like that. You can see I've split it. I haven't taken the whole stitch. So just correct yourself and try and keep the thread together, otherwise it will get a bit loopy. Maybe it doesn't happen quite as much with the muscat because it has this sort of protective coating on it. Another thing just to watch, that your stitches, don't become too tight. If you feel, you're not getting much of a stitch to pull your wool through, stretch the stitch. Just pull it a little bit taller to give yourself the room. The biggest problem beginners have generally is not being too loose, but being too tight with their stitching. So there's the double trebles. Now, one last thing I want to show you, and it's a simple stitch called a slip stitch, which is used for joining and for sort of finishing off rows very often, particularly if you're working in a circle. And a slip stitch is very basic. I'm just going to skip a couple of stitches here to show you. You don't do any wrapping around the needle this time, you just go straight in, straight in, pull the loop through, so we have 2 on the hook, and then pull it straight through. Don't do any wrapping. In through the hole, through and straight through. Slip stitch. It's a good way of getting from A to B if you needed to move along your piece, if you're doing a buttonhole or something and you wanted not to make any big height in your stitching. It just helps you to get along from one place to another. So that's it. We have, through these videos, we've learnt the chain, the double crochet, the treble. The half treble was before that, so start again. The chain, the double crochet, the half treble, the treble, the double treble, and finally the slip stitch. And as far as I can remember, that's everything you need to know in the way of stitches for making the flowers in the cowl. So if you can practice those, you should be well able to make the flowers. If there are any techniques that you need to know, like joining in a circle or the magic loop, we will show those as we go along with videos. So happy crocheting, and I hope to see you for our cowl on Tuesday. Bye now.